Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. Welcome back to the show. 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 I'm Billy, the host.
Welcome back to the show. I'm Billy, the host. We are joined today by producer Trent Ludzack.
Hello.
We're in Trent's Unnamed studio in beautiful Marietta, Georgia. And we're joined today by our very special guest, Mr. Alex Turner. Alex is a stand-up comedian from Buford, Georgia, now based in Atlanta.
Yep.
What's up, man?
What's up, Billy?
What you been up to?
Not much, dude. Just got home, today. My cat had pissed on my clothes.
You got a cat?
Yeah.
Oh, man. This has been a cat kind of podcast lately.
It doesn't happen much, but it's a running theme. If I forget, if I don't feed her enough, like if she felt like she didn't have enough food in the bowl, that's like her resentment move, just pee
on the clothes. That's your fault if the cat pees on the clothes, though.
It is kind of my fault.
You gotta leave the clothes in a pile in order.
No. I have a hamper in my room, like with dirty laundry in it, and she'll jump up like inside the hamper. So it's like I gotta get like a hamper with a lid on it, I guess.
Yeah, but you be letting her do that. I bet you be seeing her do it. You don't stop her.
I honestly want to buy a pet cam just to watch
it. Is it a girl?
It would be hilarious to watch. Yeah, it's a girl. Her name's Calypso.
Calypso, like the lemonade.
Yeah.
From the gas station. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I actually didn't even get to name it, dude. My buddy when I first got Calypso, my buddy took care of her because it wasn't ideal in the place I was in, and he named her Calypso. And so once I finally got control and I was in a nicer spot, it was Calypso from then on.
Cats always come to you somehow. Nobody, I feel like, ever goes out looking for a cat. Yeah. They just find their way to you.
Yeah.
Like, both my cats were adopted.
So what I like about cats, dude, is, like, dogs are so predictable.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to, like, run around looking for, like, some cats are cool with never having a person in their life.
Yeah, true. Are you a dog person, too?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm just an animal person.
I think dogs, when they're in the wild, though, they become a little more feral, and they kind of turn into coyotes.
Yeah,
so it's hard to
I don't know as much about, so that's actually...
I guess you don't see a lot of domesticated dogs in the wild, but I'm sure as soon as, like, a normal dog makes it out there, they just kind of slowly turn into a coyote, right?
Yeah. We got a lot of strays in Norcross. There's a lot of stray huskies.
Like wild dogs in general. One time I walked right out of my parents' house and there was a coyote like 6 feet from me.
Oh, shit.
He just kind of sized me up.
I don't think I've ever had an experience with anything like that.
With like a dog?
Like something that, like a bear or a coyote or...
Luckily, most coyotes in like suburban Georgia are pretty small, so they're going to size you up and be like, oh, this guy... could be a problem. I'm gonna just get out of here. But yeah, they're around. I hear them yipping at night a lot. Certain places.
Which places? You're in Marietta too, right? So like around here.
Yeah, parts around here. There's a lot of like creeks and stuff like that where they'll run around, and then I don't know, man. Sometimes you can hear them either like grab a little dog or something, or get into a fight with one. Pretty wild. My friend's house, I used to always go over to my buddy Edward's house, and you could hear the coyotes just yipping around. I don't know where they were, but
you hear them over here, Trent?
No, I'm a heavy sleeper.
But they got this. Well, also this is more like really the closer to the city of Marietta, so more urbanized, but in some of the neighborhoods, because it sounds like dogs are fighting when they're like yipping.
I did hold a sloth one time. That was cool.
A sloth?
Yeah, it's like the trainer was telling us sloths are not like by nature happy creatures. So when they're doing this and closing in on you, they want to kill you. Like they're just taking forever to do it. So the whole time you're holding the sloth, it's technically trying to kill you. Like no matter who you are. I found that fact like kind of funny.
It's like willing your death.
Yeah, it wants it so bad, but it never gets
I wonder
there.
if sloths fight each other. I would like to see that. Is that? Oh, he's trying to kill that guy.
Most
you
of the,
can
I mean,
see
that
it
you
in
can
his
tell
eyes.
that's a trained ass sloth.
You can see it in his eyes, though. He's like,
This is just like a cruise. This is in the middle of Costa Rica. This guy just yanked the sloth off the street. It was.
Yeah. This is our live reenactment right here on the show. This picture.
yeah, he's an actor, paid actors.
Yeah,
The sloth is a paid actor.
that sloth is rearing his head back to go in for a throat
He's
bite.
trying to bite his throat out.
I know, it's so obvious.
You can see the devil in his eyes, man.
I know. Look, it's like taking over, and he's about to just go in for that chomp.
And look how much that guy's not paying attention. Like, he might actually get murdered by this sloth if he doesn't start paying attention in the next, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You think like sloths, they don't want to be alive, and that's why?
I don't know. I've never thought of that.
You think some animals don't want to be alive?
I'd have to think, like beavers probably.
Sometimes I look at my baby.
Because all the beavers do is work all the time.
I be looking at my baby's face, and sometimes I'm like, "You look like you're in pain right now." Like, I'm sorry I brought you into this world of pain. But I think she's just hungry or has to poop or something.
Yeah, I don't know about kids in my future yet, but I think it's great that other people have them. It just probably aren't for me.
You got a girlfriend or something like that?
Nah, never really had a girlfriend. Had a lot of flings in my
Okay.
life, and like low commitment in high school type relationships. You know, the ones that you don't even count.
You got like a complicated gender identity or something?
Nah,
Okay.
It's completely
Just commitment issues.
yeah,
Well, I don't know his gender identity.
No, yeah, just always identified as a man, a very feminine man, but a man nonetheless. Like if somebody hits me, I'll be like, "Hit me again," you know.
Yeah,
Like, that's the type of person I am because I'm just like I don't want to fight anybody.
at the
Like,
same
I'd rather
time,
than beat the shit out of
I
me.
do feel like you got that kind of look of somebody who might have like people chopped up in garbage bags.
Oh no, hell no.
Okay.
I do get that comment though. I've got the you look like you a child camp counselor.
It's the
hired and fired multiple times.
it's because you've got kind of a gentle nature to you.
Yeah.
Like it seems like you're not really a confrontational guy, and you're kind of like soft spoken and.
Yeah.
Before you get to know you, right? So those guys often have body parts chopped up in
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
garbage bags. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, I definitely get that. I did recently. I've been getting Mr. Crocker from the Fairly Odd Parents. I see that.
Oh, that's wrong, man.
I
That's
do see that a little bit. Like that, and that's going in the same vein.
Who
as what
said
you were
that to you?
saying.
That's messed up.
I don't remember.
Yeah, you could do like QAnon or something. But I could
Uh,
also see you like playing guitar in a coffee shop.
That's
something
a good
like
juxtaposition, though. At least there's hope in that analogy.
The glasses say QAnon, but the
Yeah.
but the tattoos say guitar in a coffee shop.
Yeah, right. You gotta put a beanie on, and then you get the guitar, and then it just
That
works
is
out.
one thing I do
You
see
could
that.
really disguise yourself a lot of ways.
I do feel like the tattoos helped all in all. Like, imagine me just like you, the same physique with nothing going on, like no, like just harmless tattoos.
Yeah. But,
Billy's like, yeah, we're not going to
but
do
the
it.
tattoos, I mean, they don't exactly look like gang tattoos either.
No, I know, yeah.
You got a monkey. What's the monkey about?
Comedy.
Oh, okay. Was that the inspiration?
Yeah, I just don't want to, like, a microphone, looks weird, and it's too like, I want to, like, say it without saying it too much,
My boss and mentor growing up was half Chinese, and my Chinese zodiac is the monkey. So I like the monkey.
Nice. Yeah, I purposely didn't get a portrait because I was like, it's just too much risk in getting a portrait. So if they fucked it up, you just have a fucked up monkey portrait on you. So I got a doodle on purpose. I was like, just get the lines right. And
That's a good idea, especially on the arm right there. Because if you got something messed up, then you're kind of just in a position. But at the same time, I don't really care that much either. As long as it's funny, I'll get whatever tattoo.
Yeah, that's true.
You got a lot of tattoos, or is it mostly on the arms?
Yeah, mostly on the arms. I got the cat here and the sun. The middle of it's actually a camera aperture,
Okay.
So that was before the pandemic when I thought I was going to be a film dude.
Yeah. Did you study film or
Yeah, like
college or anything like that?
Yeah, I graduated with that. But I'm glad I found comedy in the retrospect because, man, those people were a pain in the ass to be around. It's one thing to love something, but it would kind of be nice when you also love the people you're doing it with,
What was like your like focus? What was your job? Would you say?
Editing and acting.
Editing.
Yeah.
And
like in Premiere Pro, and then that was first, and then acting towards the end.
Well, if you're a good editor, then that's a pretty big advantage in comedy these days.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like a mediocre editor, but like...
Yeah.
These vertical videos, they're not too hard to crank out. Unless you're doing something creative or whatever.
Yeah.
Some people do the green screens and the cuts. And
I think that's what Neil Armstrong did.
Have you ever thought about being the great? Yeah, you're right. That's real creative. Like, hey, we want to win a Cold War. Let's pretend like we did some like super crazy stuff. That's creative. They had Pete Davidson singing a silly song on the moon or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Pete Davidson. Interesting origin story.
Pete Davidson.
I don't think you could recreate that guy in a million years, dude.
Where did he even come from?
He's been all over the place. Like he was at one point of his life, he was just a depressed loser who wanted to kill himself, and then he became a ladies' man overnight.
That sounds like that sounds like he's romanticizing.
And that was all in his own head because everybody loves him. I've always had I've been fascinated by that guy ever since I've known who he was. When
I first started seeing him on SNL, I was like, this guy sucks.
Yeah.
And then I was right.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see it.
But his stand-up is actually not bad.
Yeah.
It's a little dirty.
He does a lot of stuff, and one thing I wish he didn't do was SNL. That's one thing I can agree with.
Well, it seems like SNL is just like a toxic work environment.
Yeah.
So it doesn't. That's not a good place to breed.
I agree.
Actual funny. It's just like SNL kind of seems like a local comedy scene. If I'm being honest, like these are the cool kids who get the opportunity, but they're not necessarily the most unique or creative or the funniest.
Yeah, SNL is and Michael Che on there pretty regularly too.
Yeah, and he's funny.
Yeah, he's funny in comedy.
And he had some drama where he said like something about Tim Dillon, but
oh right.
And then the Tim Dillon fans went after him, which was funny. It was hilarious, but I think they're both funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tim's great. I saw Tim. Actually, Trent was there.
I went to that show. The Tabernacle, but I was there at a different show than you guys.
Oh, okay. I don't remember if that was
in VIP, bitch.
Yeah,
We were actually directly above them to
Yeah.
the point that we took a picture over the edge of the balcony of him and sent it to him.
Because I was down in those pit chairs, and those chairs sucked, man. That was terrible. And then somehow, like, my wife was there, and she decided she wanted to go get popcorn. And she went to get popcorn, and I was like, man, she's been gone a long time. I'll go check on her. So I got up, and she had found, like, kimchi tacos somewhere at the Tabernacle. I don't even know where she got those. And I was like,
was Sam signing the book after doing the
yeah,
book
he
signing
was,
thing?
yeah.
That was cool.
I think she made her way into catering or something, got some kimchi tacos, and then was just eating kimchi tacos in the middle of the
She bartered with a cleaning lady or something.
I was like, Could you have found a smellier food to eat in the middle of a show? But it was a good show. I got vaccinated like partially just to go to that show.
Oh yeah, that was one of those shows. Yeah,
You did not have to get vaccinated. I got in. You just had to get tested.
Oh, well, I'm not going to
okay.
do that.
Yeah, they did have just like they had a test station outside.
I don't want to do that. Stand in line.
I did.
With all those degenerates. You got tested right there at the show?
Oh yeah.
That's
sure did, buddy.
But I also wanted to go to a couple.
Yeah, but you got a shot.
I wanted to go to other things too, not just that show. But I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and
I
get
had
it.
nothing else going on. I went to that show on a whim.
I'll be honest. I wanted to go to the anime weekend in October.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I mean, anime's pretty cool.
The AWA convention is on like Halloween weekend every year, and it gets wild. There's like a whole, it's like a 3-day party pretty much.
Oh shit!
It's really, it kind of transcends anime. I don't even want to hype it up too much because it's already too crowded. But it's like a full-on party for a whole weekend. It's kind of like Dragon
which
Con.
one was this?
Anime Weekend Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
That's my favorite one though because Dragon Con's a little too big for me, and this one's in Marietta. It's at the Cobb Galleria Center.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty big. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's a good time, and it's like whatever, like $60 or something for a whole weekend.
Like, what do you think all those people were doing in that crowd though?
Just sitting there, standing around,
jerking off,
mostly sitting around. Yeah, sweating, smelling like shit.
J&O.
But J&O.
You just drinking and hanging out, basically.
Yeah, there's tons
just
of
in a crowd of people dressed up.
That's one of the things I like about this one because I don't even drink, but I like that there's a lot of there's a lot of adult stuff to do. It's like after about 9 o'clock, it turns into the adult party.
Okay.
And cosplayers and. There used to be like a full-on like dance party in the lobby of the hotel, like 24/7, but I think they've been getting stricter about that.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Probably musicians. They do get some good musicians too, like people who did the theme songs for animes. And
is it like a lot of like electronic music?
honestly, there's a lot of like rock music or like girl idol music.
Okay.
Like girl singer. But a lot of rock music too, like
I bet they're really looking for comedy out there.
well, Japan, because traditionally a lot of the anime series used like rock and roll bands as the intro music to the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And so now like pop punk music is the most popular in Japan, and even like metalcore and hardcore music is really popular in Japan right now.
You ever been to like Bonnaroo or anything like that?
I've never been. My wife went to Bonnaroo one time.
Okay.
I've done.
I've never been either. I just wonder if
Warped Tour. That was like the big festival I used to go to, and my band played it one time, and it was a lot of like pop punk bands and metalcore and hardcore bands.
Oh, nice. That's more what I'm into now. But I used to want to go to Bonnaroo when I was younger, but I'm kind of glad I never made it out there because that would have been a lot of money for maybe 7 artists I like.
That's why I could never do the music festival thing because it was a lot of money.
Yeah,
and a lot of the kids like that I grew up playing music and playing shows with, like I see them now being older posting online like I'm at my first music festival. I'm like, dude, you've been to like 100,000 shows and you've never been to a music festival. So it'd be like that sometimes. Bonnaroo is cool though.
Yeah, it seems cool. I mean, if somebody threw me $500, I probably still wouldn't use it to get Bonnaroo tickets. But
how much are those tickets?
I'm probably going for like $350, $400 at the smallest tier.
Bonnaroo tickets. Let's see. $380. See,
I was close. Yeah, 350. Yeah,
ain't nobody got time for that.
and that's just a 4-day general
That's
admission where
wild.
there's been years where people have like. There's been a lot of years where they have like a bathroom shortage and like there's long lines and no one.
Okay, if you want to go to one day, it's $175. But that doesn't sound like a value to me.
Bro,
Right.
$12.50 for 1 day platinum.
Right.
Here's where it makes sense. Like you live in like Nashville or
there's
somewhere. You
add-ons,
live in
good.
Tennessee somewhere close, and you're like, I'll drive up because it's not the biggest pain in the ass for us is to drive for something like that for $175 a day. That's like
Camping.
I know. Sometimes
it's
I've-
for rich people.
Yeah, it is.
Kiss my ass. You know, I can't afford $380.
What's your
for something.
opinion of the?
I'm hyping up Anime Weekend Atlanta. It costs $60.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And then a beer costs like $3.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
I don't give a shit about anime, but I might go this year.
To Bonnaroo?
No, to
Oh, to the convention.
dude, that sounds pretty sick.
Dude, it's just like a fun weekend.
It'd be funny if Trent was.
Will I
Yeah.
be weird if I don't know anything about anime?
I bet you'll see something,
I
going
know very
on because
little.
it's also like very video game centric.
Okay, so I'll be okay.
Yeah. Dude. Damon Lee was doing a comedy show at the last one.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one was really overcrowded. Like, a lot of people showed up for some reason. And so people were just looking for something to do because all the panels were full and all, like, the main events were full. And so the comedy show was just, like, slam-packed.
I saw pictures from that. Yeah, I was like, this is nuts looking.
I feel like, because I love to go to the con and just hang out and party with my friends and stuff. So I didn't want to commit to a show because I was like, this is my thing. I do this. My wife goes with me. It's like, I don't want to be working while I'm here. So I just went and signed up for the open mic spot. The people who signed up in advance got like 10 minutes. I got like 5 minutes. One of the best 5 minutes sets of my life, man.
Really?
The room was shaking because it was a small room and it was packed full of 100 people. So it's like Laughing Skull with a full house. Only it's a bunch of nerds.
Yeah. Do you think that show at Avalon on the grass, do you think that's the biggest amount of people
Outside?
in Georgia? I don't know if maybe not the whole, but that's like a 300 lawn, right?
I never done that
So
show.
like 250.
I never even been to that show.
Yeah. I just know from somebody, you know what I'm talking about. Have you seen the pictures of the?
Does the Punchline run it? See, I think it used to be Lace Larrabee booking that, and then now it might be Hank.
Okay, that sounds about
So
right, but I don't know. I've just seen the pictures from it, but
I don't hang out at the Punchline enough. Trent does.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I'm not like. Do you think that's the biggest crowd you can get? Like one of the biggest crowds in like the state?
In Georgia,
'Cause that's like 2.
Well, that's debatable.
Plus
2,000?
No, 200.
Oh,
like in a, I don't know, like in a, like, do you see how like tightly packed that lawn is, like up the? This is just a unique look. It kind of looks like our version of just trying to like a Walmart Red Rocks.
Yeah.
But it's just like with grass.
Bigger comics though, they'll do like Buckhead Theater or the Fox. Fox Theater, I think is like 500 at least.
Okay.
Maybe 600 or 700.
Nice.
So if you could pack those theaters out, you'd be Gucci. But unfortunately, I don't think.
Yeah, me and Matt were seeing Tony Hinchcliffe Saturday.
4,600. Oh
Fox Theater's big
Cobb
as hell.
Energy Center. That would be like, if you could pack out the Cobb Energy Center, you'd be like, I'm doing good.
Oh yeah. But I saw today on the poster it said special taping, so I don't know if he's
Hinchcliffe?
thinking about taping his special there.
Yeah, I've seen him live before. 2,700. Yeah, that's a theater right there. I saw Foxworthy there. I saw Cosby there one time, a long time ago.
Not that long ago, though, right? You got that discount ticket after he got out.
I had a buddy who was scalping tickets at the time. I don't know how much it was. Yeah. Yeah. That's a nice theater right there. that if you want to just look around at the Hinchcliffe show and visualize, man.
Yeah.
That's where you want to be.
Yeah, that's where I saw Louis at, and I think he was there.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I want to be doing. Whoa. Oh, those are 3 different theaters, right? Oh, that's the same theater? Oh, yeah, okay. Man, that thing's huge.
Yeah.
One day.
Yeah, you think you're a theater guy already? Like you'd rather do theaters than clubs?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, the money's definitely there.
I don't care about the money. It's about the relationship with the staff, right? At a theater, this is something everybody's expected to treat it as like a high art, right? But at a comedy club, you're just going by whatever drunk owner is.
Yeah, I have heard stories. Yeah, of people being rowdy at
anybody
comedy clubs.
can buy a building and slap the word comedy club on it.
Yeah.
But like a theater like Cavi MC, that's like a respectable spot, right? You got ushers. You can buy some popcorn, maybe a glass of wine or something.
Yeah.
It's got seats that are upholstered and possibly even clean.
Oh, yeah.
Would you eat a meal from the Punchline on a chair from the Punchline? No plate? You know what I'm saying?
I don't like the food at the Landmark Diner.
No one does.
Yeah. I hate that place.
Okay, well.
That was a little heavy.
I don't hate them. I would work there if I had to. But I feel like I'm never going to need to.
Yeah.
Because if I haven't been working there by now, then what's the point?
Yeah. Yeah,
I don't care about any of that, though. I'm doing my own thing. Like, when it comes to comedy and music and life in general. Do you have any like comedy goals you want to achieve?
I want to probably make one of those don't tell comedy clips.
That's what's up.
Like I want stuff. I think that's where we're going, whether we like it or not. With the clip promotion stuff is probably one path. First, I want to get more comfortable comfortable enough where I'm like, I can put some of this out there and start promoting a little bit. Even if I know 3 years from now I'll look back at it and want to vomit, it's still it's still helping. In this age, it's helping people in the long run.
Even if you get like hate online, it's still worth like putting it out there.
Yeah.
Just ignore.
You're still getting fans coming to your page in a way.
You look at the people who are getting who are successful and they got hate all over their stuff online. So that's my thing is like, I'd love to just throw fuel on the fire when someone's talking shit to me online. I'll just talk shit right back to them. I don't care. But it's probably not a good thing, but
yeah. I mean, I was that way too, but then I've found out what Reddit was, and I lost a Reddit fight, and it hurt so bad I stopped shit talking online.
Yeah, I definitely.
I was like, dude, that guy destroyed me. I felt like shit for a day, dude.
You win some, you lose some. You block that guy out of sight, out of mind. You block him, and you delete your account, make a new one. Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind.
You want to know the worst part is I think his username was like Tony Stark 456 or something, and I'm like, dude, I don't even like Marvel.
He's 8
I lost
years
to
old.
this like loser, But yeah, dude, I was so, dude, I still think about that tag to this day.
You gotta remember too, like people who are on Reddit,
they're good at what they do.
They're on Reddit all the time because they have no life.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're working at it, and it shows.
Or Twitter or YouTube.
Yeah.
When you think about a comment on YouTube, it's like, would I leave a comment on a YouTube video? No. So, unless it was something I really liked or was funny.
That's the difference.
But just to be like, you're not funny, you suck.
Yeah.
Would I do that? Maybe when I was 12 years old.
Yeah. You're saying you're not like an instigator. Like, you don't start it.
I was. When I
Well,
was
yeah, everybody was, but
when
like
I was
now.
like 12, I would go on like videos on YouTube of like cute kittens playing and be like, "This video sucks." It's not even
still
funny.
something funny about that guy, though. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I would go out of my way to do it on like videos no one would expect to have.
I feel like if you're gonna do it, you got to go all out. You know, you can't just be like, "This was just okay," because that guy looks like the dick. You know?
Yeah.
You went all out, and then people were like, "This guy's just funny." You know, like he gave his real opinion. Like he didn't like the video.
And it would, I would feel bad too because sometimes I would hurt their feelings. They'd be like,
no, they
they'd be
comment
like,
on
these
it.
These are just kittens. This video, this video is to brighten people's day, and you're just spreading negativity. It's like, shut up.
It'd be
bitch.
one thing though if it was just a guy making faces or something the whole time. Like, cause then you're hurting that person's feelings. But it's their kid.
Your
Get over it.
face sucks.
They're just making fun of some kittens. Get over it.
Oh man, I used to do it all the time. If any of that ever came up, man, I would be done for, canceled. I don't know what happened to all the old YouTube comments because I don't think you can go back and look at like this is what I commented on back then. But I've gone through my email to try to clean my emails up, and then I would see like really old ones about like so and so replied to you on YouTube, and I'd be like, okay, let me see what I said, and it's like the worst. The most like demonic comment ever on there.
What's another example? Like, you gave me one.
I would do the kittens for sure. I would just look for the ones that were really wholesome.
Yeah.
And like no one would be commenting hate on it, and I would be the only one to say something.
Yeah. It was like a variation of like, this sucks the whole time, or sometimes would you just do a couple lines?
Even meaner, yeah.
Yeah.
I would get specific.
Yeah, but like the specific parts you didn't like.
How hard would it be to find one of these?
I can't even. The hardest one it would have to be something.
Give me a video
like,
that you typed in.
I don't even know, man. I'm just saying I was literally 13 years old, so this was like,
wow, what a loser.
Oh, like almost 20 years ago now.
I mean, you could just put in like a corny video and see what Billy naturally reacts to it now.
I wonder if I can go to like the end of my.
I feel like there's still a little bit of that in
Trent,
you. He still watches
reignite
videos and he's like,
spark.
"This sucks. This is terrible."
If I can search in my mail for like YouTube
Yeah.
reply or something.
Let's see. Maybe. Nobody.
No, I don't think so. It would be really old too.
It would be
and
very
I'd never
old, yeah.
Yeah,
clean my email.
Same.
probably just saying like,
What's your number up to, Billy? What do you got? What's the grand total?
Let's see. I want to say 10,000.
Yeah, I'm in that vicinity too. I'm somewhere a little over.
Yeah, I can't see
Nice.
it on here.
Yeah. Been crushing it.
I know I have 90% of my storage used.
Yeah.
It just
Ignoring
says-
these hoes.
It just says like 99 plus on here. So
have y'all got that
That's
Google One subscription? It's
I
like
have-
it adds like a bunch of gigabytes, and it's like a
Oh yeah, I did because I need it for work.
yeah.
I have one for the podcast, but
Yeah. I'm glad that did that, so you don't have to physically go buy anything anymore.
yeah. All I use it for is uploading like the show and the clips.
Yeah. Nice. So
Yeah.
you grew out of the YouTube thing, it sounds like.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, sometimes I'll still leave wild comments on things on Facebook.
Now Billy
Mostly.
just posts his hate on YouTube.
Sponsored posts, I'll usually talk shit on there. Nothing, if it comes up organically, I try to refrain myself.
Yeah.
But if you're sponsoring something, then I have free range to be mean to you.
Mm.
Because you put that on my feed. I didn't ask for that.
Were you a sports guy? Did you ever play any sports?
I came from a sports family, but I'm not very athletic.
Yeah. Same.
I'm a space cadet. I think like
Mhm.
I just get lost in my head, and I don't care about the
Yeah.
sport or the game or competitiveness.
Yeah, well, I kind of liked baseball, but then there was times where I'd be like, this is so boring. Like, there's just nothing to do. So, and if your team sucked, then they just sucked. Like, you had to hang out with those kids all the time. And none of them were like, you're just like, man, these people are lame.
I don't want to hang out with these losers.
I played baseball.
I went to a private Christian school for a while. So, like, I didn't experience the real world till I was like 14.
Yeah, you definitely have body parts in a bag.
No, dude. Yeah, I guess I have the origin story for it. No, definitely. It's not only the look.
You got some chick in a suitcase like friggin' Lincoln Logs, man. I played Little League, but I was afraid of the ball. I didn't like getting hit by the ball.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was same as me.
Terrified at T-ball.
It wasn't until kid pitch. Once the coach stopped pitching, then I was like, this sucks.
I liked the pitching machines. I liked those.
Yeah.
I liked hitting off those, and then they threw in kids, and I was like, I thought I was under the interpretation we're gonna do pitching machines for another year. Like, I was having fun with that part. Like, and sometimes even the fielding, but when nothing's coming your way, like a ball hasn't been hit to you the whole game and your teammates suck, the sport's just kind of miserable.
I was kind of wishy-washy growing up too. I played baseball. I played soccer, and I ran track. Yeah, I played football and lacrosse in high school, but I quit both of those. Mm-hmm. And eventually I realized, like, A, I'm not good at this, and B, this sucks. So why am I here?
Oh, yeah.
But my dad was a big athlete. He went to college on a track scholarship, and my brother was captain of the football team. Even my mom was like, she did gymnastics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was just like...
Yeah, all I played was tennis and and swimming. I did swimming.
Yeah.
And I was terrible at swimming, dude. Yeah, I did it for a year.
Hard, man.
I sat out most practices in the parking lot and just did nothing. I would just listen to music.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted people to I was giving the impression I was going, but I wasn't really actually going.
I just didn't care, man. I just like, you want me to win the game, you want me to take it serious, but we're just gonna get freaking destroyed by the other schools anyway. So like, I don't know.
And you felt so. I mean, I don't remember what the feeling was like, but when you lost or like, and all that, it felt so bad, and sometimes people would get mad at you, like for like in tennis, you're keeping your own score, so if you're high like I was the last couple of years on pot, it gets hard to keep score. And usually you're in favor of yourself because you want to win. So I'm pretty sure I butchered a couple matches and gave myself a quick victory just because I was so high on pot.
Well, that's a good skill to have in life. Cheating for your own benefit.
Yeah. I think that was pretty ignorant to it though. At the same time, I think I was really, really like stoned when I first found out about pot. It was like the sky's the limit. Now I take it easier than I used to.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once you realize that it was Jesus in that plant. At the
you got to appreciate it, dude.
Did you go to private Christian high school?
No. It was 8th grade where I went to Buford.
Okay. That is a weird dynamic, though.
It shook it was a weird life.
I have a couple of friends who kind of did the same thing. It's like Christian school up to high school, then you're just thrown to the wolves.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's like, oh, I don't know anything about what these kids are doing. But it seemed like the private Christian school kids are always the most wild in high school.
Oh, yeah. Or if not high school, they're going to grow up to be crazy.
We used to play like one of the Catholic schools, and those kids were the biggest assholes ever.
Mm-hmm. And they're really in like sports and anything, they're really competitive because that's all they got.
Yeah. It's like, dude, this is not the Crusades right now. You can relax.
Yeah.
We're chilling.
But yeah, same thing with me. My family really sporty, and so yeah, I rejected that a little bit. But tennis was the funnest. I was really good at that, and then, you know, it gets to a point where you just smoked weed for 3 years, and you're like, weed's more important to me now. And it makes me lazy, I'll admit it, and it makes me not want to play tennis anymore.
When
and
did you stop playing
sad.
tennis?
After high school. I had the chance at North Georgia and Dahlonega, but I
Did you
didn't
play
want to
in
do it.
high school as like part of the school's program?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Was that like your main focus in high school?
Yeah, probably.
How'd you get into the video editing and stuff?
I mean, my dad's like an engineer, so it probably comes a little bit from that. Like, he did the Hubble telescope thing for NASA.
Okay.
He helped with that, but like for just first level clearance shit, nothing.
Yeah.
He knows nothing confidential. Like, I'll try to get something out of him. We'll be like, dude, I had no
UFOs?
clearance.
Let's get some UFOs going.
I asked it. I'm so stupid. I asked him if like there was like my question when like you could ask him anything and it'd be cool. But my question was there janitors at NASA? And the answer is no. They didn't hire janitors. So I don't know why. Like,
Curious. They probably came at night.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, there's no janitors, but somehow the building is spotless when we come in the morning.
I don't know.
He leave
Aliens,
at
bro.
5.
They're aliens cleaning it.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah, but yeah, I think it comes from that, and then I wanted to like create, because like that's engineering in a way, and
He said there's no janitors at NASA. That's got to be a lie.
yeah, I don't know. It was more like it was more like, so what was your experience like at NASA? Were there any janitors? And it was just a stupid question to ask, so I think he just moved past it and answered it.
How old were you when you asked this question?
NASA janitors
Honestly,
don't
dude,
get paid bad either.
It was probably like, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. Yeah, like mid-teens or something. I don't know. Like I was probably 15 actually, so like 10 plus years
You're
ago.
not right.
10 plus years ago.
They don't have janitors?
They
Huh?
do have janitors.
No.
They're actually hiring on Glassdoor right now.
Well,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
that's not too bad. You get insurance and dental.
And that would make sense because
42?
Do you think that you can work your way up to being an engineer?
I don't
From
care.
a janitor,
I'm just
like,
going to tell...
I told you guys, I warned you, I did not get the brain cells in the family.
I'm going to tell prostitutes I work at NASA. That's all I need.
Yeah. Also, but yeah, my dad was a lot smarter and made it seem like our whole family's going to be like that, but it was just one of us out of 3.
You could
I was a
still
DoorDash
be,
driver for 5 years, dude.
You could still be an astronaut. They were going to send Pete Davidson to the moon or something like that.
Yeah.
You
But
could
then they
still
found
make
out
it,
he's
man.
too top heavy.
What if you take his place on Jeff Bezos' rocket and then you go to space and you be like, suck it, Dad, and you bring a janitor with you up there.
Mm.
You'd be like, what's up now, Dad? Look at this janitor. He's about to sweep up space.
I'm pretty sure that he just thought the question was so stupid, he just moved past it. And then my thought was like, there must not be any janitors because I'm retarded.
This was your dad, though, that you asked this question, or this was someone else at NASA?
This is my dad, yeah.
Oh, okay.
My point being, I just haven't asked him enough about it, and that's probably typical of someone who just has half the brain cells he does.
Your dad's like doing physics at a desk, and you're like, "Are there janitors?"
I will say one time when I was younger, he was over to fix my computer, and he wanted to give me an Ethernet cable before he left, and he opened my drawer, and this jar of mushrooms fell out, and he was like, "Whoop, whoop, whoop," like with his hands, like catching it on the way down. Never acknowledged and then just put it right back up, and then closed the door, and then we just kept talking, and then he left, and I'm just like, dude, it's like they didn't want or like drugs, but they were oblivious when they were around.
Yeah.
That was the thing about it, for the most part. I mean, pot started coming around so much that he eventually figured out what that was. But yeah, they got cooled down once we got older.
I think, our parents' generation was kind of ignorant when it comes to pot and all these laws got passed just kind of under their noses.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, this is a dangerous drug, when really it's not dangerous at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say they're cool with it now, so at least they came around on it.
That whole thing was a conspiracy too, though. I think with the hemp, it was like hemp was going to be cheaper than cotton, or
It was the paper industry, I believe.
yeah, hemp was going to be cheaper than like
Cutting
traditional,
down trees.
and I guess better for the environment. So they just shut that down real quick and said,
Dang. I heard that hemp was trying to make a comeback. Like they're trying to do that, like long term, maybe eventually switch
It
to
is
that.
at colleges.
what if they made computers illegal? Because everything is paperless now, right?
Oh, this is Dune territory. Now I'm in.
Computers are illegal in Dune.
What about
Yeah.
aliens? Have y'all talked about that like every episode?
On the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a podcast without a couple of straight white men talking about aliens. I don't know, man.
It's like everywhere I look, there's space right there. There's like just space right there. It pops in your head. I feel like it's inevitable.
No, I'm super interested in the UFO, UAP stuff. Like,
Yeah, I think it's
the guy from Blink 182 was
Yeah.
right about everything. Who would have guessed?
yeah. You believe in the Loch Ness monster too?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
Aren't they doing some new sweep? They're doing like some new like monumentally expensive search.
Maybe there was a big snake in that lake at some point or
Yeah.
something, but I don't believe in
I've
that.
seen the pictures of like the shadowy figures and
I don't believe in
any of the monster things.
Yeah, any monster, cryptid, maybe Bigfoot, right? It's
Yeah.
possible. It's possible.
You believe in dinosaurs?
Bigfoot is real? Definitely not, because the way I see it, all science is a lie.
Yeah.
And so anything science tells you is probably not real.
Yeah, I don't know about dinosaurs either. I think it's fun to entertain the opposite angle a lot of times in your head. Just be like, no, the JFK thing was a little bit fishy. The moon landing was weird.
I do believe in
everything
dinosaurs.
feels like a simulation. It's fun to toy around with those ideas, but I don't know if at the end of the day, it's just fun to be like not have a strong opinion on
I
it.
think it's possible that like giant birds and humans existed at the same time, maybe.
Oh,
We
okay.
just haven't found evidence of that. Because every civilization has like a dragon story, right? They all refer to like a giant, like serpent, like creature or whatever. Maybe like a scaly bird or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Some kind of dinosaur type creature.
Yeah, but Jesus killed all of the dinosaurs and the dragons, right?
Satan put the bones in the earth to confuse Christian people.
Yeah.
I should have asked. Was that okay?
Huh?
What?
The vape.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
yeah.
even notice.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Vape it up. I'll be
Do it
vaping
again, I dare you.
Okay, I probably wanted to.
I used to quit. I used to vape, but I quit. Kind of. I didn't quit nicotine altogether.
Yeah, I go in phases. I read this. I try to read. I don't read books, but I do audiobooks about addiction, and like really the only way to quit it is to. You can't quit. Like willpower is the dumbest way to quit anything, because if you do it by willpower, you're still empowered to it. Like it has you by a whip, basically, because it's always on your mind. You have to convince yourself that what you're doing was toxic. Like nicotine is toxic for your body. That's why each time you hit it, it feels better the next time you hit it.
No.
Well, a little bit.
Nicotine is good for your body. It's all the other chemicals that go into your body when you're taking nicotine.
Oh, yeah, true. But like I'm just saying, there's no way these things. It's not the nicotine itself, but there's no way these things are good for us either.
Vaporizing stuff in
no.
your lungs is probably never good. Any kind of smoke or anything is probably not great for the lungs.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, but I think like if you do quit something with willpower, then you kind of have that pride of,
Yeah.
hey, I disciplined myself and I said I'm gonna stop doing this, and then I stopped, and that can be really powerful.
That's true, but you have to like program your mind that you have to be built like that to be able to maintain. All it was saying was like it's the most hard way to quit, and so why do the hard way when you can just convince yourself the thing that you were doing was bad for you, and then just basically reject it? Because that's what I did for 5 years, and then I started switching back into the willpower because all it took was one vape hit, and now I'm back in like, oh, I can never quit. This is awesome. This is a good thing. This is fun.
Well, because I am an alcoholic, I have a drinking problem.
Yeah,
but I know it's bad for me. But after you drink enough, you don't know anything about anything.
Okay, so you don't like.
So you can black out.
Yeah, it's just part of the fun.
Yeah. Everyone's built different and has different ways of quitting. But I've just realized the willpower thing never works for me because I have to almost convince myself it's bad. Like these things will start hurting my stomach after a while, and that's why I'll quit. And then I'll quit for like 2 months and come back to it. And
yeah, especially if you haven't like eaten something all day and you're just vaping the whole day away, you start getting nauseous for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past myself. I mean, I've got the figure for it.
I've had many days where I just like woke up and just vaped my whole day away.
Yeah.
Sit around, get a nicotine buzz going for the whole day. It's probably not a good thing.
It's the only reason I'm not way fatter.
It's weird because you don't even, sometimes you don't even think about, it's not that you're not hungry, it's just that you don't even think about it.
Yeah.
It's weird to explain to somebody who doesn't vape their day away.
Yeah. Well, it's like a satisfaction thing, right? It's hitting the satisfaction part of the brain, so your brain's not like, I need to be satisfied by food or whatever.
Yeah, the food is nice, but it's something that you do every day, and like sometimes when you get in a habit of eating bad food like I do, like just going out and the same restaurants are around you at all times, nicotine's way more interesting because it's like, man, they got a blue black raspberry ice flavor now.
Yeah, food
I haven't tried that one yet.
Food is I don't even like eating food. I do away with it.
Yeah,
just make it where like you don't need food to
survive.
Need food.
Yeah,
I would take that.
We could do it in our we could just somehow start supplementing it in our drinks more effectively.
Or like we could become like mechanical cyborgs and transfer our consciousness into the machine.
I heard you can absorb a lot of energy from the sun through your butthole.
I think that was like Superman. That's how he did it.
Yeah, no, well he didn't. He had buttholes all over his body apparently, because like he didn't need. But like if you assume the position, Billy, you can just. Yeah, it's the reverse mouth.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the mouth for the sun.
I don't think that's true though. I think you would just end up with a sunburn on
Why
your
is it
asshole.
where the sun don't shine, Billy? Is it because the sun doesn't shine there, or is it because they're hiding something?
I think
from
it's
us?
gravity.
Nope.
Because you eat at the top and then by the end of it comes out the bottom.
So if you take a bunch of sun energy in the bottom, doesn't it work its way up into your brain?
Well, Steve-O
and fill you.
One time, Steve-O drank like a beer through his ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, who hasn't?
Me.
You're not an alcoholic.
I have never. Well, that's how you die, man. Alcoholics, they live forever. The alcohol keeps them alive.
Yeah.
Until their liver kills them.
What was your drink of choice, I guess?
Probably I would say beer. Well, I would get drunk off the most. Like I would do this thing where I would go get a couple of Steel Reserves from the gas station next to Swayze's, and then I would get blackout drunk, and that would cost you about $5. And you could get a pack of Marlboro Blacks back then for about $5. So you would get blackout drunk, smoke a whole pack of cigarettes, and you only spent $10 that day.
Nice.
And then I would wake up in my own vomit and piss. And, it was rock and roll. It was a different time. It was like 2011, 2012 emo.
Do you feel like your music changed at all, like from before till after? Like, did you feel a shift in any way, like creatively?
Not really.
Not really.
Comedy, definitely, I did change.
Really, with music too?
Music, I don't know, man. There was something kind of conducive about being toxic when you're a musician. Like, the music just kind of comes.
Oh, okay.
If you're just a horribly toxic person, then you'll make good music. You don't even have to practice. Just be a total scumbag loser and pick up a guitar and it'll come. You'll get there. Look at all the bands, man. Look at all the biggest musical artists. They're all pieces of garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, well, some of my favorite, like I like, so they're called shoegaze bands, and one of them's called like Nothing, and they're all pieces of shit, and one's called Ween. No, it's not Ween. I know who Ween is. Ween's a cool fucking artist. That's where my head went. I don't know, but yeah, I know Nothing. The members of that band were rough, and then I saw Slow Dive one time live, and they were kind of assholes, but their shit rules.
That's how it goes, man. Music was that was the original Me Too movement. That's where it all started. But anyway, on that note, we should get out of here.
All right, cool.
We have done it. You got anything you want to promote, man? Shows or that ain't me, man. Shows or music or is this the bald cab right here?
Yes. Yes, it is. Do you want it?
Do I want it? I
don't know. McCracken's every Monday.
Okay, that's a good show to promote.
Hell
Hell yeah. You got anything online?
Da Vinci's Tuesday. I'm going to just name a mic that I like a little bit every day.
Okay, open mics that you go to sometimes.
Yeah. Smith's Old Bar is coming back. It's better. Yeah. I heard it's better than ever.
Yeah, it was really good last night, actually.
Yeah. Got that. You know I don't go out enough because I don't even know Farm
Burger.
I've heard good things about Farm Burger.
Noni's, Joystick.
Yeah, Noni's fun.
El Dorado.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for.
And then Friday sketches at the late mic at El Dorado.
529.
Yeah.
Punchline.
And Sunday, don't come to Punchline because I might not get picked in the bucket.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't go to Punchline unless you're going to watch.
All right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Peace.